everyone, welcome again to my video, Mathematical Lesson by Keisya. So, have you ever watched the path of basketball as it is thrown toward the hoop? Or have you noticed the curved shape of a bridge or a fountain? Although these objects look simple, their shapes form a curve. Their shapes form a curve called a parabola. In mathematics, a parabola is closely related to quadratic equations and quadratic functions. This concept helps us to solve mathematical problems and model many real-world phenomena. So in this video, we are going to learn the concept of quadratic equation and quadratic function, explore some simple examples, and discover how they are applied in everyday life. So what are quadratic equation and quadratic function? A quadratic equation is an equation with the general form a times x squared plus b times x plus c equals 0, where a not equal to 0. The purpose of a quadratic equation is to find the value or values of x that satisfy the equation. These values are called the roots or solutions of the equation. A quadratic function has a similar form. Fx equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Unlike a quadratic equation, a quadratic function describes the relation between an input value and output value. Its graph is parabola. If the value of a is positive, the parabola opens upward. If the value of a negative, it opens downward. Okay, now let's look at the first example. Consider the quadratic equation is x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. So this equation can be forced into x minus 2 times x minus 3 equals 0. Therefore, the solutions are x equals 2 and x equals 3. Okay, next, consider the quadratic function fx is x squared minus 4x plus 3. When we graph this function, it forms a parabola that opens upward because the coefficient of x squared is positive. The vertex of the graph is at 2, negative 1, which is the minimum point of the parabola. So the vertex is here. This is maybe 2 and this is minus 1. The vertex is here. So this example shows that a quadratic equation is used to find solution, while a quadratic function is used to describe the relationship between variables and represent it graphically. So now let's talk about the application of quadratic equation and quadratic functions. So quadratic function and equation are widely used in everyday life. In sports, the path of a thrown ball follows a parabolic curve that can be modeled using a quadratic function. In civil engineering, bridge archers are often designed using parabolic shape because they distribute loads efficiently. Satellite dishes and telescopes also use parabolic reflector to focus signal at a single point. In economic, quadratic function help model relationship among production costs, profits, and outputs. Engineers also use quadratic equation when designing mechanical systems and structures. These examples show that quadratic equations and functions are essential not only in mathematics but also in science, engineering, and modern technology. So now we have learned the concept of quadratic equation, quadratic function, explore several examples, and discuss their application in everyday life. A quadratic equation is an equation of degree 2 that used to find the value of a variable. A quadratic function describes the relationship between a variable and its output, forming a parabola on the coordinate plane. For that, quadratic equations and functions are widely used in engineering, physics, economics, architecture, because they help model real-world situations accurately. Therefore, they are among the most important topics in algebra and mathematics. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching this lesson and see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.